Hi everyone, I am David Mc Klopper, aka DMK. I am 22 years old. I currently do music. I am a producer slash writer slash rapper. I am everything. So my life as a disabled person, in the beginning it was quite difficult. People staring at you, you grabbing unnecessary attention, not really wanting that attention, that kind of attention on you, where people assume things about you. You can do certain things or you can't do certain things. So it was really difficult for me. But, I really grew into that character of me being able to not mind that, and build my own David standard, and just be great at whatever I set my mind to. And so it's been my life personally, it's been an amazing journey, full of stories, full of miracles, full of excitement, full of sadness, as anyone's life should be actually. But my life has been amazing so far. When COVID came in, it was a really big adjustment for me. Prior to COVID, I was really free as an individual, driving around in my wheelchair in the streets of my community. And when it came in, it was a little bit of a shock because I stopped doing that. I think it was very difficult for me because it was uncomfortable as an individual, me being able to put on the mask, needing to ask sometimes even random people, to help me put on the mask because sometimes it didn't sit right in, with my ears, and the breathing was difficult, especially in a hot day like this. So it was uncomfortable all around. And I think the most difficult part for me was when I lost my grandmother in COVID. It was really difficult for me because she went to the hospital for diabetes. But, she died because of COVID, because at that time, COVID affected everyone that has chronic diseases. So it was really difficult for me, losing my grandmother because of COVID. We couldn't even see her body or say our final goodbyes. When they called my parents to come say their goodbyes, we as the kids couldn't go. It was only a certain amount of people that could have access to her. So it was really difficult for me, not seeing my grandmother at all after not seeing her for so many years. And now I just hear that she might not be able to make it, and she didn't make it. So it was really difficult for me. Also, it had a stoppage in terms of my career in swimming because I couldn't get access. I couldn't get access to my coach. It was very difficult for me because swimming was it was my career. It was my main career. Before music even came along, it was my career. And it was really difficult for me because I was really making progress into swimming, swimming in international stages. I went to Mexico in 2017. I broke 2 South African records, 3 African records. And it was really difficult for me to stop that out of nowhere because COVID came along. So it was a really big adjustment for me as an individual. In the beginning, it was really difficult for me to not be able to see people that I'm used to seeing on an everyday basis. Just stay away from them. But as I, grew into it, I started getting used to the fact that I am not allowed to be in contact with people outside of my household. And, only if I absolutely have to get out of the house, I would, but unnecessarily it didn't happen. So it became easier for me, to just stay in the house, do what I have to do. And that's where, I started discovering more about myself. The lessons I have learned from this pandemic was that we can all, come together for the greater cause as South Africans, coming together to say, this is the goal that we want to achieve. This is how we actually can achieve it. And for me, that was amazing. That's the positive, obviously. It was just amazing for me to just see how, people from different backgrounds, different mindsets, can come together and say, guys, we can actually do this. We can actually beat this thing if we actually work together as one nation. And we did. We conquered, obviously with a lot of people, that lost their lives, but majority we stayed. And it was amazing for me to see that we grew a culture of unity in South Africa where it originally was from, where, people can see that South Africans, when we stand together, wow, we are amazing. So it was spectacular to see that. So that is the main lessons that I took from this. And also, you can't take anything for granted. Always be safe, guys. Always keep level-headed. Don't panic. And that's the main lessons that I've taken from this pandemic. If another pandemic has to occur, I think personally I would be prepared for it because I am good at following rules. Not always, but when it depends on my life, I am very good at following rules. So, just applying to those rules kept me safe before, and I believe that it will keep me safe again, including, the people around me, just applying by the rules, listen to what the government has to say because they're doing it for our benefit. So if it has to occur, I don't think it would be fine, don't get me wrong, but we would be able to survive it once again. So I know that this is a very uncomfortable situation to be in, the pandemic. It's not anyone's liking really. But I think, guys, if you want to be safe, just do what the government or the people from authority tells us to do, because I think it's not the right thing to say, but it's the right thing to do. And right now, if it has to happen again, guys, I think the most proper thing to do is just to comply. I know it's very difficult. It's an uncomfortable situation, but it kept us safe before. If it has to happen again, it will keep us safe again. So guys, please just comply. It's not to restrict you or to, bind you in any type of way, but to actually keep you safe. And so please, guys, just do that. Thank you.